Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here on this Money Making Tuesday, December 17th. Here at the Pig Dogs Morning Show, man. Tuesdays with Brad and, of course, franchise, Chris Ruffalo. He's always here. Yesterday was yesterday. Today's today.
I feel that.
You feel that?
Yeah. Tough day. Tough day.
They got that straight out of a fortune cookie.
Speaking wisdom.
Hey, man, wisdom for today, man. That's how I felt after yesterday. But today's a new day. Small NBA card. Just got one game tonight over in NBA land, but nice college hoops card today. Really nice college hoops card on a Tuesday. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't glanced at the NHL today, but I'll glance when we look in a second. What we looking like over there, Roof?
10 games today.
Oh, shit. So, y'all know what time it is, man, when we get to that section. Money Making Tuesday. That Roof was happening.
Not much, man. Yeah, the NHL for me last night was one that I wish I could take back. You know, the Stars got me. You know, like the Capitals looked good early, and then the Stars came back. So, you know, kudos to them. And then the other two games, just I said, I went left, the NHL went right last night, but that's okay. You know, it's those days are gonna happen. Still had a winning day in college hoops. Just gonna try to build on that as we, like you said, we had a fantastic college hoops card today. So looking forward to it. And college football.
Yes, there is college football today. I almost forgot I gotta put that in the title. Gotta put that in the title. Brad, what's happening, Brad? How you doing?
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. I got clapped yesterday as well. I was on the Bears pick of the day. That team's garbage.
They're trash.
Got caught in the bear trap. Yeah. I was watching that game and I was like, what am I doing? Why am I taking this team? I'm done with them. And then, yeah, college basketball. My pick was Northern Colorado. They had that thing and then just blew it at the end there. I feel like a lot of people were on that pick. So licking my wounds a bit, but hey, like Jay said, it's a new day. It's a new day. Yesterday was yesterday. Today's today. And yeah, there's a good slate. Pumped for the NBA Cup tonight. Should be a good game. And then, yeah, bowl season starting to heat up as the week goes on. And yeah, we got to bounce back, though. That's the goal.
Yeah, I got beat up last night, too. I told everybody I did not like yesterday's NBA. I ended up having a decent day, like overall in the jam session, but I only had one play officially. It was the only play that really fit a spot and situation. And it was the Hornets. They were in it, they were out of it, and then they were out of it. So I lost my NBA player of the day last night. College hoops, Grand Canyon, they were in it, and then they were out of it. What else happened?
It's good to see LaMelo back, though.
It is good to see LaMelo back. And then NFL, I had Raiders. I think I pushed that one, and then I had the Bears with you. So,
yeah.
Wasn't the best night for me either. Had a great Sunday yesterday. The pieces just didn't come together. How'd my interception parlay do? I turned some games off. Let me see. It was one of them nights where you just don't even check the account.
Yep.
Caleb Williams, no interception. Damn. Caleb, no interception. Did Sam Darnold have one?
He did actually. He did actually.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Everybody had one but Caleb. Damn, we almost cashed it.
Or it's the one that you probably would have thought would have had it the easiest.
Right. You would have think Caleb was the one.
Yeah, you look at that score, you would have thought he'd thrown a couple there.
I know. I didn't like I said, I didn't even check my account from yesterday.
I'll do it.
Yeah. It's one of them days. What it be? Bounce back on a Tuesday. Like we said, I really like the college hoops card today, so ready to talk to it with the guys. Well, let's hop in, fellas. I really ain't got nothing else to say. Let's hop in.
Yeah, I think it's one of those days we just throw yesterday behind us and move on, you know.
Let's get
Sounds like that for all of us.
Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Bounce back down to Tuesday. We already have one game that started in college hoops. Of course, it's not a line game. Yeah, it's not a line game. I'm just yapping. Delaware versus I don't even know Miss Record. I don't even know. Oh, who knows?
Huh?
I don't know either. What is that?
Misericordia?
Missouri? I don't know. I don't know what that is.
I'm taking
Hold
them.
on.
Misericord? I don't know. MIS.
Misericordia. It's in Luzerne County, Pennsylvania. It's a private Catholic university in the Dallas, Pennsylvania area.
Interesting.
Just help me find them on a map. That's all I'm asking.
My thing pulls up all the games, so I wouldn't pull it up. It's not a line game, but they are
I don't
playing.
know if I would have pulled up that one, but
Arkansas Pine Bluff is playing somebody too at 12. I don't know who is that. Who is that? Ecclesia? Do you see that?
Oh yeah, they usually play a few of the bigger teams.
Okay. But all right, let's do it. We got Drexel versus Howard. Drexel laying 2.5. We got DePaul, 12.5-point dogs at St. John's. That's the DePaul line. You know what I mean? That's the DePaul line I'm used to seeing. There we go. We got North Florida versus UNC Cashville. Western Carolina versus 10IC, aka Tennessee. George and Mason versus Duke. North Carolina versus Florida. Southern versus Ole Miss. Michigan State versus Oakland. Shout out to them Bears, man, for the run last year. We got UNLV versus Dayton. Clemson versus South Carolina. Gardner Webb versus Georgia Southern. Towson versus Robert Morris. Marist, Stony Brook, Coastal Carolina, NCAAB, FIU. This 6 o'clock slot is huge. All right, we almost done now. FIU, East Carolina, West Georgia, Charlotte, Holy Cross, Quinnipiac, St. Bonaventure, and Siena, Winthrop, and Florida State. James Madison, Wake Forest is where we will stop. Franchise, lead us off, my man.
Yeah, there's a few games that I had in this early slot that I crossed off. One of them was Duke. I like Duke. It's just 19.5. I think it's a bit tough for me to get to. If I had to go anywhere in that game, I would go there, but I think I had it capped around 17.5. George Mason's a decent defense, can be one of the better teams that Duke's faced. But you look at Duke and some of their results at home this season. I mean, they beat Wofford, a pretty good Wofford team, 86-35. They walloped, Seattle 70-48. They beat Army and Maine by 42 and 34 respectively. It's just like I said, my only concern is that George Mason's a top 50 defense, so maybe they ugly this game up a little bit and maybe keep it within the number. But I think Duke's talent will win out here, and I think Duke gets the winning cover. Another one I like is I like Michigan State. I know Oakland historically has kept this game close, or at least closer to the number. But this Michigan State team, for whatever reason, doesn't seem like a normal Michigan State team where they normally win these like lower scoring, closer games. And Michigan State's winning by blowing teams out. I mean, they just blew out Nebraska and Minnesota by a combined 50 points to start conference play. They've beat bad teams in conference at home as well. It's not a home game necessarily, but I think Michigan State does enough to get the winning cover. So give me Michigan State as well.
Yeah, I see some people in the comments talking about this Howard Drexel game, so I'll give out a pick here. I'm going to take Drexel. I like this Drexel team. They've been a moneymaker this season. They continue to get these short spreads and against inferior opponents, in my opinion. And look, Howard's coming off a big win against UNC Wilmington. This is a perfect spot to fade them. Drexel also 3-1 straight up on the road this season, which is rare for a mid-major team. So I just think Drexel is all around the better squad, and they should get a winning cover there. Give me UNC Cashville here. North Florida, they started the season off hot, but they cooled down ever since. I think this team was a bit overvalued after a couple of those good games in the beginning of the season, and these teams actually played the season, which is kind of weird. Typically, you don't see a rematch this early in the season in college basketball. And UNC Asheville smoked them by 14, and typically I would take North Florida in a revenge spot here, but I just think UNC Asheville is the better squad and should get a dub here at home. And then let's not overthink this one, guys. Let's take Marist minus the 2.5. This line does seem a bit trappy. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, Stony Brook's just awful. And I'm willing to pay to find out. You know, Stony Brook is a 3-win team, but one of their wins was against a D2 opponent. So basically, they're a 2-win team, and they picked up a win in their last game against Ryder. They were underdogs in that game, so got a nice win there, but I just don't see Stony Brook winning back-to-back games, especially against a 6-2 Marist team. So give me Marist minus 2.5.
First one off the board for me. Hey, St. John's, we're laying it.
I knew you were a fan of DePaul.
You know, come on, man, that's automatic.
It was an automatic foregone conclusion. We already knew.
Yeah. I looked at that game and I was like, yeah, he's definitely going to fade them tomorrow.
He's going to fade them.
That's why neither one of us did it. We were just like, we'll let Jay have it.
Yeah, I know I'm fading them.
That's a lot of points, though.
It's a lot of points, but in my mind, it just solidifies who I think DePaul is, who I think St. John's is, who the books think these two teams are in the grand scheme of things. DePaul, they've had a solid start to their season, but they're, 12.5-point dogs to an actual good team. And I think a lot of people are just going to look at that game and say, it's a lot of points. I'm going to grab them, and this game might be competitive. And St. John's might be covering this at half. So it's just, I'm just a team I love fading that I think right now is overrated and overvalued because they had a solid start to their season. I've been caught a couple times fading them. I call a spade a spade. But today, I really like this spot for St. John's. Let's do it.
Out of 364 teams in Division I, what strength of schedule do you think DePaul has played?
288.
One being toughest, 364th being weakest.
288.
Worse.
Damn. 310.
Worse.
Damn. 330.
Keep going.
340. They've had the weakest. They've had the weakest.
355.
Oh, wow.
So a bottom 10 strength schedule in the country.
They played Texas Tech, Providence, Wichita State in their last 3. I feel like those are solid squads. Before that, it was bad. Don't get me wrong, but
but they've also played Southern Indiana, Prairie View, Mercer, Duquesne, Eastern Illinois,
Northern Illinois,
Valparaiso, and
yeah, that's true.
Okay, and the other thing about DePaul, Jay's heard me say this, Brad. In 20 years that DePaul's been in the Big East, how many winning conference seasons do you think they've had?
How many years?
I think they joined in 2005.
2005. 1.
Bingo.
Gotta get one in there.
One winning season in conference play since joining in 2005, 2006. And it was in 2006-07.
Man,
this
give me DePaul. No, give me DePaul, man. They're covering that spread. I like DePaul. Look, they got a 19-point win over Wichita State last week, or not last week.
That was a good win. That was a good win. I got caught.
Exactly. It's non-conference.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
They always crush non-conference play, and then they poop the bed in Big East play.
Yeah.
Let's go, John. St. John's. Let's do it.
Yeah, they're saying in the comments, don't do it, Brad. I still got some faith in DePaul, man.
Fair. I don't.
We'll see.
This is gonna be where the rubber's gonna meet the road. If Chris Holtman's actually gonna turn this program around, they've got to start winning games in conference.
Yeah.
The problem is, I thought that last game was going to be the game to do it because Providence is dookie, and they didn't.
Mm-hmm. I got a question though. You may know this, Chris. I saw it. So that UNC Cashville versus North Florida game. So these teams already played earlier this season. It was a home game for UNC Asheville. Well, what's up with that? Why are they playing again? Have you seen that before?
I think it was
like a tournament game or something.
I think it was a tournament.
Okay, gotcha.
Actually, no, it was a true road game. What the hell?
It probably wasn't a true road game then, actually. I just found it really odd that they already played each other.
No, it was a true road game.
Yeah, it was weird.
Maybe they just get. I don't know. Sometimes team do. I've seen it somewhere else where there was a home and home.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's odd. It's really odd. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Fair. What else I like in this slot? I'm gonna take a shot on a dog. Give me North Carolina, man. They having a good week. They just got Bill Belichick. They're gonna knock off undefeated Florida. It's part of the script. I'm on North Carolina outright money line. I still don't really believe in this Florida team. I don't. This neutral site.
Yeah, it's actually being played in North Carolina.
Oh, even better. Home game? Oh yeah, turn me up. It's not really home, but where we at? Spectrum Center? What's the Spectrum Center?
Charlotte.
It's in Charlotte. I don't know who, or that's where the Hornets probably play, right?
Where the Hornets play?
Yeah.
Okay. Outright money line. Let's go. Turn me up. North Carolina money line. Fading Florida.
Yeah, I gave out Florida in the video. This Florida team looks really nasty, but UNC has played a much more difficult schedule, so it should be an interesting one.
I think the problem is just the size for Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Like
do they ever play that like 7'6" guy or that massive guy they have?
They redshirted him.
Okay.
I haven't watched either one of these two teams. I'm just telling y'all. For me, I line read. I tell y'all all the time in college hoops. That's how I break down college hoops. I like to line read, take shots, find spots that just, I feel like make sense. And then this one right here just makes sense. Take a shot on the dog to me. So, North Carolina. One thing Mitch was telling me before he was left, he didn't like all the drama going on in Florida. He wasn't really all that high on this Florida team. He wasn't.
To be honest, though, I thought the same thing, and they haven't let it affect them.
No, they've been balling. They have been balling.
They're good.
Balling. They have been balling. I looked at that. They have been balling because I was looking at this game as a premium earlier this morning. Florida has been balling. When you go look at their numbers and everything like that, this team is playing good basketball. Only 3.5? Nope, can't do it. Plus money in North Carolina. Taking a shot. Let's see. What else? What were you going to say?
Well, two things. First, what concerns me is that it's still 3.5 in what's still a semi-home game for North Carolina.
Fair.
If this game, if I don't know, if for me it was supposed to be North Carolina, I would have thought maybe it would have been like 1.5, but 3.5. It tells me on a neutral floor, Florida be favored by what?
This is neutral
because it's still it's a neutral floor. It's not a neutral floor. It's still a semi-home game.
Fair.
But the other thing for me is that
you think that's incorporated into the line.
I have to think so because how far is the Spectrum Center from Chapel Hill? The other thing for me though is that it's a 2-hour drive, so they're probably gonna have a bunch of people turn out. But the other thing for me is that North Carolina, there's been games where they've just put themselves in holes early. Like they come out slow in the first half, and it's been like this. Like even go back to last year, where they just come out slow, and then they eventually like blow teams out in the second half, or things just get a lot closer than they need to be, and you can't have that against Florida. So if North Carolina comes out strong, they'll have a good chance. But I don't know, something about this Florida team.
Fair enough, personally. UNC might be the house of disappointment of college basketball. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Fair. That's fair. That is.
Would it surprise me if North Carolina came out and won this game? No, because it's North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
These are you expect them.
They're having a good week, man. Vibes high. You seen they just signed a punter yesterday or a long snapper yesterday.
Yeah, there you go.
Billy, they got his first one, man.
Yeah, LaMelo Ball's back,
Yeah, LaMelo's back, man. Turn me up.
I will say just something I just saw. North Carolina 0-4 against teams inside the KenPom top 20 this year. Just something I just noticed. That's all. I'm not saying that.
Sounds like Chris is on the Gators here.
Yeah, sound like he like.
No. I'm looking. I'm literally looking at North Carolina's schedule right now,
Chris
and I'm like,
later today. We'll see.
Jeez. And you know me, I'm like never on the Gators.
Yeah.
We shall see. Last one I like in this slot. I'm just gonna take St. Bonnie's and lay it against Siena. Don't want to overcomplicate it. St. Bonnie's is the better team. They recruited like it this offseason. This team said we're gonna spend money. They went and got Woj. Woj running the program. Woj got connections. Woj told these boys, I'm gonna get you where I need to go. Rock with me. Some people bought in, and you see it. They 10-1 to start the season, and they're gonna beat up on Siena. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm laying with St. Bonnie's, and now I think they're head and shoulders a better basketball team, and they're laying 6.5 on the road for a good reason. There we go. Let's keep it rolling. We got on to the next slot. We start with Central Michigan and Mississippi State. We got Kansas City versus Wichita State, Seton Hall versus Villanova, Jack State versus Missouri. We got STFU, a.k.a. St. Francis, Pennsylvania, versus Maryland. We got Georgia State versus Auburn. We got Seattle versus Western Kentucky. Lamar Jackson versus Southern Miss. Valpo versus the Ohio State. I don't like Drake versus Kansas State. We'll stop there, and then we'll do the last slot. Or should we go all the way to the end? What do you think?
We might as well go out to the end. I feel
all
like.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll go
I mean, it's up to you. We can. I mean, they're about the same.
We'll go all the way to the end. We got UC San Diego versus Utah State. Radford versus Colorado State. Texas Southern versus Boise State. Florida A&M versus the Utah Utes. Stetson versus LSU. PV, Prairie View versus UCLA. Denver versus Cal Poly. Sacramento State. Shout out them boys. Mike Vick, probably going to be their head coach. Maybe moving up to FBS and in college football. Did you see that yesterday?
I did.
Who was that?
Michael Vick.
No, but I'm saying which program? I saw, but I couldn't remember.
State.
Oh shit. Okay.
At first, the first report was Norfolk State, and then it came out that it's probably gonna be.
Yeah, that's right. No, I remember seeing it. I just couldn't remember who it was.
Yeah, so shout out Mike Vick, man. And then Merrimack versus Stanford to close out the card. Brad.
Yeah, this one's not for the faint of heart, but give me Prairie View plus the 34 against UCLA. Look, Prairie View is horseshit. They're a bad team, but we got to fade UCLA in these spots. They're coming off that massive win against Arizona. It was at Arizona, technically a neutral site, but it was in Arizona, and they had to fight back in that game in the second half to get a win there. And then the game before that, they beat an undefeated Oregon team in Oregon. So now they play this bad Prairie View team. This is a classic letdown spot. The final score of this game, it's going to be like 80-50 Oregon, but Prairie View covers. So give me Prairie View plus the 34 in that one. If you do bet that game, I want to watch it because it's going to be hard to watch, but they will cover. And then Drake, Kansas State. Drake is taking their first loss tonight, guys. We got to take Kansas State here. You know, this game is being played on a neutral site, but it is in Kansas City. And look, Kansas State is coming off a brutal loss against St. John's, but that was back on December 7th. This team hasn't played in over a week. They got a lot of time to rest up, get their shit together. And look, Drake is once again a regular season juggernaut, but these are the spots that we got to fade them. This is when their luck runs out, and this is when they take their first loss. So give me Kansas State.
I'm with you on Prairie View. Word for word, bar for bar. It's one of them you just got to bet, don't watch, and just look later, and they're going to lose by like 27. So give me PV. Let me see. You took Kansas State?
Yep.
Where's this game at?
It's in
Kansas City on a neutral floor.
Neutral floor.
Yeah, similar to that North Carolina one.
I'm going the other way. I'm going to go the other way. I love Drake.
They're good. They're good.
Sign me up on them Drake Bulldogs, man. I don't know. K-State, they don't play the week schedule. Like
they haven't looked great. They haven't looked great, but I think this is a spot. This is a spot for them. Like I agree with you on that. This is a spot for them. This will be a huge win for them. It's kind of, it's very similar to what we were saying about that North Carolina game. Mm-hmm. Really similar, like extremely similar. It's just I believe more in North Carolina than I do in Kansas State. There.
Oh, and they laying 1.5 too. So this like a sharp chaser special.
Yeah, it's a sharp chaser. Yeah,
it's a sharp chaser game.
The line tells you what you need to know.
The line, I say that all the time. I do say that all the time. If I get plus money with Drake, I'm on Drake. It's ultimately how it comes down. Right now, at 1.5, it might be like plus 100. But I need if they give me plus 110 with Drake, I'm there. If I get plus 110 with Drake, I'm there. Money line. Forced to play the game. You said what, Chris?
So let's play this game again. Strength of schedule for Kansas State.
Okay. 300. I'm gonna start there.
Worse.
Yeah.
330.
Okay, a little bit better than that.
Okay.
320?
In the middle.
324.
325. Okay. I said in the middle, you're gonna be 324. You're the worst on the price is right.
Be that easy,
You're the worst on the price is right.
Nothing in life is that easy. You got to go up or down.
You get $1 by the 65-year-old woman in the front row.
They plus 108 right now. Okay, that might be enough. That might be enough. I'm on Drake. I got to take Drake. I don't like Drake.
I'm on Drake.
Turn me up, Drake. They've been one of my teams the last couple seasons. Like I like the Bulldogs. I really do. That's why that bit is so funny to me.
No matter who wins this game, that game's going to come down to the very end, though. It's going to come down to the last shot.
For sure.
That's gonna be
yeah, for sure. I'm with you on that one.
I want to add, though, my man Justin said in the comments, he said another reason for Prairie View, UCLA plays UNC on Saturday, so classic look-ahead spot as well. Beautiful spot for the Prairie View.
I somewhat believe in the look-ahead, somewhat. Like, it's not a huge factor for me, but I kind of believe in it. Now, one of our veterans here at Pig Dogs, one of the GOATs, Big Al McMorty, swears up and down there's no such thing
really
as a look ahead. He says there's no such thing as a look ahead. So he said he's looked it up and down, back and forth, all through his database, and there's no edge whatsoever for look ahead. So I just thought I'd let y'all know. I somewhat believe in it. Kinda. It's not a huge factor for me. It doesn't move the needle that much for me. I kind of believe in it, but
you got to put some stock into the Al McMorty databases, though.
You got to put a little stock into it. Got to.
Yeah.
I believe I believe you have to pick your spots with the look ahead. Like there's certain spots today where like if a team like a Clemson or an Ohio State won their net, I think Ohio State's playing. Oh God, who are they playing? They're playing someone on the weekend. But they just lost to Auburn. They got blown out. They're playing Valparaiso tonight.
Yep.
If Ohio State won their last game and with Kentucky on deck, Valparaiso tonight would be a look ahead. But if they were coming in off the win over Auburn, it'd be a letdown spot. Look ahead, looking ahead to Kentucky, maybe take Valparaiso a little bit light.
Yeah. I think in college football, it's big too. Like in those rivalry games, you get like a weak school, and then next on deck, you got like a rivalry game. I like those spots. Probably like NBA though, maybe NFL. Probably doesn't matter as much.
NBA, I think that's why NBA. I think it is a thing. I do.
Really?
I do to a certain extent. It's just something else because y'all know I like stacking up my spots and situations when breaking down games. It's just another one to kind of add to the list. It's never the determining factor, but it's just kind of something that'll be like, just an extra. You know what I mean? Oh, well, they do got on deck, so that's how I kind of look at it. So
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And
Let me.
in the comments are saying there's a difference between look ahead and a sandwich spot. Not always, because a look ahead spot could be led to by, like I said, if they were on a bit of a win streak going into that game against, a weak team, then it's still look ahead. For me, I get why you could consider it a sandwich spot, but it's still looking ahead to Kentucky if you're Ohio State, and I don't think they will tonight. But anyway, sorry.
You good. I'm trying to think anything else I like in this back end of the slot. Give me I kind of want to take a shot, getting 10 points in my back pocket, essentially, with UC San Diego. Utah State has been balling. But that's a lot to lay. That's a lot of lumber. And the way UC San Diego's playing right now, just from a winning games perspective, I highly doubt they're just going to come in here and lay down and get beat up by 10. So, me UC San Diego, just to play on the spot and situation, getting a big number. I'm trying to see. Let me go back through. Who was their losses to? They lost to Seattle University by 13. And they lost to
San Diego State.
San Diego State will score.
That
was the first game of the season.
It was 63-58.
So first game of the season, I kind of throw out the window game. So, and that Seattle game was really early too. These games were over a month ago, so they haven't lost in a month.
They're a moneymaker too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So getting 10 with this style team, Justin, you are making a good argument, but I don't know, man. Sometimes I just don't want to overthink it. Sometimes I just don't want to overthink. Team playing this well, getting 10 points, sign me up. So that's what I like here in this back end of the slot. What you thinking, Roof?
I like the over in that game, over 151. The thing is, I'm with you. I wanted to be on UC San Diego. UC San Diego is a team that I've been riding as much as I can this season because they are really good, and I think that I think UC San Diego is probably the best team in the Big West. I think that now they've gotten out of that transition period, which is still stupid. That you have to wait 4 years after transitioning from Division II to make the NCAA tournament. I think now.
What year are they in?
They're past it. Last year was year 4.
Oh, cool.
So they can finally make. So they can finally make the NCAA tournament. I think they're the best team in the conference. The problem is that Utah State is such a tough place to go on the road. But I mean, Utah State can pour on the points. They like shooting from the perimeter. This is a team that they're an offensive team. They like to run and gun. San Diego's disciplined enough to match them. I just don't want to get caught in an 83-72 kind of game, something like that, where it's just over the number, just over the Utah State sneaks out the cover. But I like the over in that game for sure. Let's see here. Give me Seton Hall plus the 8.5. I would have loved to get this game at double digits. Villanova has looked improved, but something, I got bubble guts from this game. This is just a weird feeling that Seton Hall uglies this game up just like they did against Rutgers. Because I thought Rutgers was going to blow them out of the water because I thought, Seton Hall, lack of offense was going to doom this team. But again, they dragged Rutgers down into the mud, made it close, lost on that buzzer beater 3. And historically between these two teams, it's been a ton of close games. I mean, prior to last season where both meetings were decided by double digits, the last 8 meetings before that were all decided by 8 points or less. So give me Seton Hall. I think they muck this game up and make an ugly game.
Yeah, I did the video on that game. Seton Hall isn't winning games this season, but one thing they do is make games ugly. And getting this many points, it's not a bad play. They are bad though.
Oh, they're terrible. But they're like Arizona State for me.
There's a reason he's the franchise. bro. It's the reason he's a freshman.
The thing is, they're going to be like what Arizona State was for me last year. You know, a team that I will never back as a favorite. I'll consider them as an underdog.
Mm-hmm.
I never want to lay points with this team, with Seton Hall. But what'll be interesting is when Seton Hall plays DePaul.
Man, you know where I'm at now. You know where I'm at. And you know where I'm You know where I'm at, and you know where I will be.
Oh, we know.
Matter of fact, one more play for today. We fading DePaul again.
I was just about to say, what are you going to do?
I gotta pull a Mitch. Man. I gotta go rebet it. I gotta go rebet St. John's. Cause
Who do you think wins the Big East this year?
Who's?
Yeah, I gotta look at the standings as well, honestly.
I mean, I would go Marquette.
Yeah.
Or for me, it's either Marquette or my Blue Jays. One of them two. And then you got to throw St. John's in there. I don't think UConn is winning it. I don't. Maybe I'm just a hater.
To be honest, if I had to pick anybody out of this group, I would honestly say St. John's. If I was looking for a bit of a longer shot, maybe Xavier. But
I would say mine is Marquette. Like, just my first answer would be Marquette. My long shot would be Creighton. And then St. John's. And then would be my second favorite. And I'm for sure UConn not winning it. I'm for sure.
I feel like UConn's one of those teams. Like, yeah, they don't look great now. They took some questionable losses, but they've been there before. It's going to be one of those things we're watching that tournament and they win. It's just like, damn, it was always UConn. You know?
Probably.
Yeah.
UConn still to win the regular season conference title, plus 190.
Damn.
What are the odds right now? What are the odds in that conference?
So the four shortest odds under plus 1,000 are UConn plus 190, Marquette plus 210, St. John's plus 260, and Creighton plus 750.
That's where I'm at. Give me that Creighton plus 750. That's where I want.
Xavier's plus 2,500. Which I actually don't mind.
That's worth a sprinkle.
And then Villanova plus 4,000. Providence plus 5,000. Butler plus 7,000. DePaul plus 15,000.
Sprinkle.
I wonder if they got a bet for DePaul. I don't know. I gotta go find out. I want to fade them in so many ways.
I legit thought you were gonna say DePaul Final Four.
No, I said no. Fuck no.
Literally, I heard DePaul, and I was like, I swear to God, if he says Final Four, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah, we're only in December. I'm already looking forward to those conference tourneys.
I got to talk to y'all a little bit about something after the show. So,
DePaul really, plus 12,000 to make the Final Four, by the way.
That's really cool.
There's shorter odds for DePaul to make the Final Four than to win the conference.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Anyway, sorry, I cut you off again.
Oh, no, you're good. We'll chop it up after the show. You just reminded me of something. Since you got to chop it up with y'all. Remind me after the show to tell y'all.
Yeah. Okay, tell us something after the show.
All right.
Can't say I didn't do it.
Where are we going to next, Jay? Hockey, college football?
Let's go to college football. Let's get the college sports out the way. Let's get the young athletes out the way. We got let me scoot over there to college football. We have Memphis, West Virginia, Tigers, laying 6 up the road for me, Frisco. For my old spot, it was probably like 20 minutes. Now it's probably like an hour. But no.
What's that stadium used for? Toyota Stadium? Is that like soccer or something?
It's soccer. It's where
FC Dallas.
FC Dallas plays, yeah.
Okay.
But it's also right there next to where the Cowboys practice. So like Frisco is like this like it's building up. So the Cowboys are out there. That's where the practice arena is.
Is that little suburb outside of Dallas?
Cowboys practice arena is used as a full-time indoor stadium. Just a reminder.
Okay.
The practice facility. So yeah, that whole area is nice. They got like a big old, like for like AAU tournaments, there's like a big old that whole area is nice. So yeah, but this where the MLS team plays. To answer your question. Shout out Frisco though. They building up over there. Who you got? Or is it me? I'm up first. Memphis, West Virginia. Oh shit. It's a tough game because when I was looking at it, I could really argue both ways. I do think coming in, Memphis is the better team. I'm taking West Virginia plus the 6, though. That's what I'm going to do. Memphis wins the game. But I highly doubt they cover. And I think this is going to be like a 4-point win. And if you're a plus money junkie like I am, y'all know me. I love some plus money. West Virginia money line sprinkle? Anybody? We've seen crazier shit happen. And in these bowls, bro, I'm telling y'all, bowl season, I'm doing nothing but dog hunting. And nothing told me to do that more than Army versus Navy. Like, I don't even know how the hell that game went like that. Based on what we had seen all season long, Army was supposed to beat the brakes off of Navy. They were supposed to beat the brakes off of them boys, and they just didn't.
It wasn't even close either.
It's a rivalry game. It's a service academy. They're never gonna not show up.
You're right, Chris, but still, bro.
If we were talking about Air Force, don't get me wrong, Air Force was terrible this year. They were the ones that got dog walked the entire season. But Army Navy, I think it's because it's always the island game at the end of the season after conference championship week. They always, like I said, they always show up for it.
I just don't want to be laying points with the little conference team on the big conference team in this spot. Not saying that the little conference team isn't the better team and that they don't win the game. It's just laying points. Make my stomach hurt. West Virginia, I feel like, is a try-hard team. Like, this is a team that's never not going to try hard. Like, I feel like I can always count on this team to have effort, regardless of who's in, who's out. So in a game like this, I'm gonna take West Virginia. The weather outside here, it ain't all that great. It was rainy all day yesterday. Tonight, right now, when you look outside, you can't see nothing because it's foggy as hell. You would the clouds are low as hell, but it might clear up by later on today. I'm just telling y'all what it is right now. I'm on West Virginia plus the 6. And it wouldn't shock the hell out of me if they beat them outright. The money line is not like an official play or anything like that. It's just a sprinkle. But I think West Virginia plus the points is where I want to be in this college football game today. We'll see. Roof?
Yeah, I like the over here. West Virginia's offense potentially could move the ball here. My concern for West Virginia is they fired their head coach after the season, so they're running with an interim coach. And last year, if you faded teams that were running with interim coaches, you went 5-0 against teams that had their returning coach.
A great stat. That's good. That's in contention for stat of the day. I ain't gonna lie. Stat of the day.
Sorry, what was that stat again?
I want to do something on the show now. We're stat of the day. I forgot to bring one. I'm gonna look for one in a minute. But stat of the day.
Chris, what was that again?
So basically, teams last year that were coming in with an interim coach against teams that didn't have an interim coach in a bowl game went 5-0 straight up against the spread. Or sorry, teams that had the interim coach went 0-5 against the spread.
0-5. Yeah, if they had the interim coach, they were 0-5.
If they have the interim coach, they went 0-5 straight up against the spread. So if they fired their coach, it wasn't good for the bowl game.
That's a good stat, my boy.
And West Virginia fired their coach, so the offensive coordinator is supposed to be the interim, though. So I think that'll at least give some continuity to, West Virginia's offense that can move the ball on the ground. But at the end of the day, Memphis, should have a field day of their own against, a sieve of a West Virginia defense that was terrible in Big 10 play, or excuse me, Big 12 play this year. Sorry. And Memphis, they looked like a defensive team at the end of September, early October against, it was like USF and someone else. And then they realized, wait a minute, we know how to play offense too. So I like points in this one. I'm going with the over, Memphis, West Virginia.
Yeah, this line movement's been crazy. This line actually opened up West Virginia lane 4.5, and then it just continues to go Memphis's way. All the way yesterday when I looked at the line, it was -4.5, and now it's all the way at 6. Not really sure why. I'm looking at the injury report. It looks like both QBs are playing and everything there. And look, that's a great stat, the fire the coach 0-5 stat. But I personally like to take a team when they fire their coach. It's just like, all right, these kids, now they play with a bit of a chip on their shoulder to prove that, hey, maybe it was the coach. It wasn't us that lost those games. So that is the angle I actually like to take. And looking at West Virginia, they kind of played good in the dog roll throughout this season. They were getting 3 points against UCF, won that one by 10. They were, getting 5 points against Cincinnati, won that one by 7, getting 5.5 against Arizona, won that one by 5. So we've seen this team win outright as an underdog. And in a weird bowl game like this, I'd rather have, 6 points. The only thing that does worry me is that line movement, because it just keeps creeping up towards Memphis's way. Seems like Vegas might know something, but at the same time, 6 points is just too much. If this was like 3.5 Memphis, I may take a look at them, but at 6, I think it's a bit closer than that.
I'm trying to see if there's opt-outs for West Virginia.
There probably is. That's probably why that line keeps moving.
They from what I'm seeing, an updated list, they have a laundry list of guys that are either opting out or potentially could opt out, and a couple guys that are injured, but they haven't played in weeks. Memphis, they've only got one guy that hit the transfer portal. Their starting running back could potentially opt out, but I haven't seen anything confirmed.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what's weird about these bowl games, man. It's just
Speaking of bowl games,
just happening to play me.
Speaking of bowl games, did y'all see the updated Pop-Tarts trophy? Oh my God, they cooking.
Yeah, it's an actual toaster.
Literally.
Pop-Tarts in there. Yeah.
It's a toaster. That's hard. I'm excited for the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Who's in that one again? Do you remember?
Miami and
Iowa State. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it Iowa State?
Is it? I think that sounds right. That sounds right.
Yeah, I think so. Do you guys bet these bowl games heavy?
Spots and
certain ones I will. I usually bet more the high leverage ones, like the playoff games. I'll probably bet because
I'll bet
variance. Less variance of opt outs. But like, if there's one that I see like a clear edge in, or if there's one that I see like not a lot of opt outs, not a lot of movement, and it's easier to cap, then maybe. But the transfer portal shaking everything up.
I used to love to bet these bowl games, but yeah, with the transfer portal, it's just
the transfer portal's ruined it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's go to the NHL.
Time to shine, Chris.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Let's skate on over to the NHL. Before that, you know what we gotta do. Hold on. I'm slacking. Y'all know what we gotta do. You feel me? Mandatory.
Must.
Get the vibes right. Let's do it. We got the Canadians and the Sabres, the Blue Jackets and the Lightning, the Kings and the Penguins, the Islanders and the Hurricanes, and the Blues and the Devils. That's just how my first 5 lined up. I know it's kind of split in the slot because it's from 7 o'clock, but it's 5 games. So, Roof, are you up first here? I believe you are.
Yep.
Yeah. Give me the Montreal Canadiens. I don't love Montreal, but I'll tell you, I'm not laying minus 130 with a team that's lost 10 in a row. Buffalo's just finding ways to lose. And Montreal already beat Buffalo 7-5 earlier this season. So I'll take Montreal and the plus 110 at home. And give me the Los Angeles Kings. The Pittsburgh Penguins, every time they have a chance to make their way off the DNB in hockey, they fall flat.
Yeah.
Every time they have a chance, I'm like, you know what? I'll give them a chance. They have a chance to get their way off the list, and then they lose. And the Los Angeles Kings are hot right now. They're playing really well. So give me the Kings on the road at a reasonable price.
I'm surprised we didn't get a Predators fade there, Chris.
Oh, was that game in this time slot? Oh,
no, it wasn't in this slot. It wasn't in this slot.
Oh, it's not in the slot?
Not next one.
Oh, yeah, okay. I got two games.
Hey, might still be on the table.
But my 2 games that I got for NHL are in the next slot, so that's all you, Jay.
Fair. For me here, I'm with Roof on the Kings. The Penguins are still on my DNB. And I'm on them Blues, man. The Blues are just kind of one of my teams in hockey. Last time we took them against the Rangers, money line, cash. We're going to take them as a home dog here against New Jersey. New Jersey is a good team, and there's nothing really bad I can say about the Devils, except for I don't like that they're coming off this extended home trip. They just played what? Five straight at home. So I don't like that in any sport. Team coming off an extended homestand, now out on the road. We've already seen the Blues beat them this season. Blues beat them 3-0. Plus money shot on a home dog on a team I like betting anyway. St. Louis. All right, let's keep it rolling. We got the Rangers and the worst name in sports, the Predators. They're favored. We got the Capitals on the back end of a back-to-back out on the road facing the Blackhawks. The Bruins out on the road facing the Flames, Senators, and the Smoking Kraken. And the Winnipeg Jets facing the Sharks. Talk to me, Brad.
Yeah, I'm going to look at some plus money here. I am going to look at that Rangers-Preds game. This is like the disappointment bowl right now. Give me the Rangers on the money line here. The Rangers are in a slump right now, but we could at least trust this team to win some games. This team is still solid. I just think they're in a bad funk right now, and I just can't say the same for the Preds. We saw the Preds get a nice little win over the Stars a couple games ago, but then they went right back to their losing ways against the Avs, and taking this Rangers team at plus money against a Preds team that's just been a money loser all season long is just can't pass up on it. Seems a bit trappy. Seems a little bit too easy to take the Rangers right now, but I'm still going to do it. And then Bruins Flames, give me the Flames on the money line. Flames, one of the better home teams this season, 11-4 straight up at home. Whereas, the Bruins, they haven't been the same on the road this season. So I'll take a shot with the plus money there as well.
For me, back into the slot, give me the Rangers. Predators are ass. I want to keep fading them. This is a team. The Predators are like my Knicks of the NBA. They just overrated, overvalued. I will give the Knicks some credit. The Knicks are playing way better than the Predators are, but from just a pure overrated perspective, that's how I feel. They think this team is something that they're not, and until they wake up and see that they're not who they think they are, and there's plus money fading them, I'm gonna be there. Give me the Rangers. I know the same thing can really be said about them, but they're not playing as bad as the Predators are. And then give me plus money on the Smoking Kraken. Senators are ass. Smoking cracking. I mean, the Senators are playing well right now, but it's a revenge game. Bounce back game at home. It also happens to be a revenge game. Turn me up, cracking. Turn me up, Seattle. Let's go and get it done today at plus money home dog. Y'all know I like fading them Jets. I don't think I can really get there today, though. Bounce back game at home. That also happens to be a revenge game for them Sharks. What's the plus money price on that Sharks today? Plus 180. Is it suicide roof? What you think?
I tried to get there. I really did. It's just one of those things because I like betting the Sharks at home. I like betting where they're more competitive, but it's just the Sharks made changes to their goaltending, and I don't think it's comfortable. And I don't think they're worked in yet. I think this is. I just feel like it's a get right spot for the Jets to start building some momentum back up. Because if the Jets can't win this game, I think that this streak that they're on was all for nothing at the beginning of the year.
Jets. Come on, Sharks. Didn't the Sharks let us down last week in their plus money opportunities? I think we got to do it again today. I think today is the day we do it again. What y'all think?
All right, let's ride.
You riding with me, Brad?
Yeah.
You riding?
I have the Jets. I don't love the game, but
damn, Chris.
I'm not betting it. I'm just saying if I had to.
I thought you loved the Sharks, man.
I do love the Sharks, but yeah, I can't.
What else you like back into this slot?
Since Brad pick shamed me.
We got to hear it. He's gonna take the prize. I can see it on his face.
What do you see on my face? Because it's sure as hell. I can tell you right now, it's sure as hell me taking the Nashville Predators.
All right, I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure. You had a little look on your face.
No.
Okay.
No.
I had to check you.
Fuck no. Now the Nashville Predators have lost you the most money betting $100 on all their games in the NHL this season. You bet $100.
They like the Hawks from last year.
If you bet $100 on the Nashville Predators in every game up to this point in the year through 31 games, you're down $1,635.
Yeah.
Then to put that into perspective, the next least profitable team, the Buffalo Sabres, who have lost 10 games in a row, have lost you $973.
Potential stat of the day.
That's how bad the Nashville Predators have been. So give me the Rangers. I know they're not playing well either, but it's lesser two evils. The line, I know it looks funky. I know the Rangers is a dog. You know, it looks weird, but I just the lines. Everybody keeps waiting for the other shoe to drop or the other should be picked up with the Predators, and just hasn't happened. Give me the Capitals in regulation. You know, knock that minus 200 price down to something like minus 125, minus 130. Don't think they need overtime to beat the Blackhawks. Head to head, Washington. They've won the last 4 meetings. They've won them by a combined score of 21-7. I'll take Washington here. I'll put a little bit on the puck line as well, plus 135.
Fair enough. Scoot on over to the NBA. Cup. Sunnyside, Las Vegas. Going down. We got Milwaukee and the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies. Thunder Buddies are laying 4.5 right now currently. I'm up, right?
Yep.
Looking at the recent history between these two teams, the Thunder won the most recent game, 125-107 on April 12th, 2024. Before that, though, Milwaukee dominated the Thunder. 118-93, 136-132, 108-94, 142, 115. They don't play that often, 96, 89, 98, 85. They don't play often because they're in opposite conferences. But when they have played, the Bucks usually dominated them. But of course, the Thunder didn't really become the Thunder till last season. So it's, I'm just giving y'all the history of these two teams. I do believe the Thunder are the better team. They're also my favorite money-making team, and the Milwaukee Bucks are on my do not bet list still right now currently. So just following my systems, following my metrics, I'm on Oklahoma City in this one. Just being 1,000 with y'all, I don't love it. I really don't love it. The way Giannis looked in that game the other day kind of reminded me. I was like, okay, Giannis might finally be back. I wish Chet Holmgren was playing in this game for Oklahoma City. I think they'll really miss his presence tonight. Oklahoma City's strength is their defensive intensity on guards. Guys like Caruso, guys like Lou Dort, guys like Jalen Williams. I'm interested to see how they're going to defend Giannis. In the West, there's really kind of like nobody really like him. And the Nuggets kind of usually give them trouble. So it's going to be an interesting game, man. It's going to really be interesting. I'm on Oklahoma City in this basketball game because I do think they're the better basketball team. The X factor in this game, though, is Giannis, and that's a hell of an X factor. I'm just letting y'all know it's a hell of an X factor. But it's Oklahoma City for me here. They're the better basketball team, and I trust them from a money-making perspective. They're my favorite money-making team, so there's no real reason for me to doubt them in this spot. So I'm going to lean on them and take them here in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Thunder as well. I just think that, I'm not going to, spew too much else different than what Jay just said. A lot of the numbers, a lot of what you see, a lot of what we do with the eye test just says that, Giannis may end up being the best player on the floor tonight. He's probably going to have one of the bigger games that he's had in recent memory, but the Thunder as a collective, I think, bring more to the table here. And I think that, this is we've seen last year where, an up-and-coming team in Indiana made their run to the final. I think another up-and-coming team finishes the job this time. I think the Thunder uses as sort of their statement that we're here for real. And I'm not saying that they weren't last year as one of the top seeds in the West, but I think that they're going to use this as a catapult springboard to, on to bigger and better things. So give me Oklahoma City. I think they lift the NBA Cup, win and cover the spread.
Yep, make that 3. I feel like if you're taking the Bucks in this one, you're just overthinking it. OKC, just an absolute moneymaker. They've been a moneymaker for us over the last couple of seasons, and we can't say the same about the Bucks. I know this is a neutral site game, but Milwaukee just hasn't played good away from Milwaukee. 4-7 in away record, whereas OKC's 9-3 away. So they're comfortable playing on the road. And look, even without Chet, they really picked up right where they left off even with him. I mean, this team just continues to win games, continues to cover spreads. They're giving up only 103.5 points per game, which is the number one or the best in the NBA. So I think this is a game where OKC will get key stops. I see Milwaukee having their moments in this game, but there's going to be stretches where they don't score, where they go through slumps. And honestly, I still can't trust this Milwaukee's defense. I understand Giannis has looked great over the last couple of games, but I mean, yeah, he's playing the Hawks. I mean, come on now. Now he's playing this OKC team that I think they do have a bit of a chip on their shoulder. We've seen the way they actually lost their first cup game of the season to the Spurs. But after that, they've not only beat every team during this tournament, but they've blown them out. It's the Thunder's year, man. I don't know if they win it all. I don't know if they're built like that. But for one of these regular season tournaments, this is a regular season juggernaut, and we got to take them once again. It's the Thunder all day here.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's do it. Thunder buddies for life, man. Thunder buddies for life. Roof, what you selling today over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I got a lot on the board today. Mostly college hoops. I do have $15 college hoops play of the day. Also got a 3-pack that's 3 mid-major teams, 3 power conference teams, and also got college football play of the day for that Frisco Bowl game. You got the over from me. If you want to find out which side I like, you can find that over at Pick Dogs Premium. But the best value, hop on long term. Today and tomorrow's college hoops cards are loaded. We still got NBA, NHL, NFL throughout the week, so definitely hop on a long-term pass, get the maximum value. You could also pair us up. It's part of the multi-capper promotion.
Fair enough. Talk to me, Brad.
Yep, I got my pick of the day in the NBA today. Go check that out, $15 on the site. Then I have a 3-pack. I have my best pick in the NBA, and then I got 2 college basketball plays. Like I said, man, full transparency. Yesterday was not my day. Got caught in the bear trap. We're not making the same mistake. It's a must-win day. It's a bounce-back day. I love today's slate. Like Chris said, it's a great opportunity to team me up with any of these guys on the show today or any of the cappers on the site. Yeah, it's going to be a big day.
There you go. There you go. For me today, I'll have my NBA play of the day up there for you guys. It's the Thunder. So if you get it, you get it. Thank you for the appreciation, but it's the Thunder. It's only one game today. Jam session to be up in a second. I'm just going to tell you guys to take the Thunder. But I do have some college hoops for you today, so be on the lookout for some college hoops. So yeah, that's what I got going on today. College hoops and NBA. Tomorrow in the NBA, we're back. No, there's no NBA tomorrow. There's no games in the NBA tomorrow, so I won't have any NBA for you. But I think Thursday we're back to regular scheduled programming. So be on the lookout for that, man. Let's do what we do. Let's kick the crap out of the books. Y'all know what time it is, man. Parlay. Parlay time, man. Talk to me, Roof. What'd you like?
Let's go with oh boy, where was I here? Let's go with the Washington Capitals. Let's go with Duke. And let's go with Michigan State.
I'm going to roll with give me Prairie View plus the 34, Thunder minus the points, and the Rangers money line.
Give me let's see. Give me Drake, college hoops. Give me St. Louis Blues, hockey. Give me the Rangers in hockey and the Thunder, 4-teamer. That's what I like today, 4-teamer. Let's get paid. Let's make some money today. Money making Tuesday. Be back tomorrow. What the college hoops card look like tomorrow? Is it solid? Is it trash?
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah, no NBA tomorrow, right?
Yeah, no NBA. We got some big games tomorrow. Some big boys playing. Okay. So be on the lookout for that. We'll talk a lot of college hoops tomorrow. Some NHL, I'm sure. Talk everything under the sun. We'll see y'all then. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Money making Tuesday. Any final words from y'all, fellas, before we get out of here?
I'm all good. Let's cash in.
Out of here. Peace.